on whether a platform can be an intermediary on its own because it lets you connect with users and stakeholders, or it is a platform. So that's what we were discussing yesterday, looking at LinkedIn, the fact that you are on LinkedIn, the fact that it lets you keep your data there, your images, your profile, your content. Then can we say a platform, it is an intermediary? So that's what we discussed yesterday. And then looking at the theoretical concept of an intermediary, like a digital marketing intermediary, it says that it is one that promotes, it is one that sells, and it is one that distributes. So we had an engagement on whether the platform itself promotes, distributes, or sell, if you remember very well, guys. So now I thought about the current debates that are happening with regards to e-hailing services in South Africa, whereby you have got a technology that comes in the form of a mobile app that enables individual drivers to connect with passengers. So it just facilitates the connection between and those people in their cars. They can connect with passengers. Passengers pay the platform gets a certain commission, and the rest goes to the driver. So that's how basically Uber works. If you've got a car, of course, it has to be a specific car. Mostly it's a Toyota Corolla, for example, or these more second entry level cars. So if you've got a car, you register it, you create a profile on Uber as a driver. They do some background checks on you, if you've got a criminal record and so forth. Then once they realize that you qualify, you can then commoditize your car and start making money using it. So Uber currently is not employing any drivers. It just lets drivers connect with passengers. So drivers do not have any benefits such as pension, benefits such as UIF, all those things that a normal employee would get. And also, Uber cannot discipline its drivers other than kicking them out of their system. If you are employed, you can get a written warning. You can be suspended pending disciplinary hearing. You can also have a pay slip and so on. With Uber, you do not have a pay slip. Then there's been other things that have been happening. Passengers being kidnapped, for example. Uber drivers being mugged. So who is liable for that? Is it Uber or is it driver? Because if you're an employer, if Uber employs drivers, there are some certain liabilities that Uber as an employer can have. So on WhatsApp, I then asked, should Uber be regarded as a platform? It is, or it has to be regarded as an employer so that its drivers are held accountable when situation arises. What's your take, guys?
So, sir, are you asking generally, or
yes,
should we suggest what they already, on top of what they already have?
Yes, so it's generally, I'm just asking for assumption here.
Okay, so for me personally, so I have some experience with getting to know how, for instance, Uber works internally. Like my sister used to work for it, but she was always working from home and stuff like that. So her responsibility was to tracking people's belongings on drivers' cars and following up on whether the driver will return it and all of that stuff. Now, to answer your question based on that experience, I would say Uber should have should employ rather the drivers so that the systems can work better, because like I said, based on that experience, my sister would struggle to get a hang of a particular driver, or even if she does, that driver would not participate in activities that is required for them to basically, like for instance, return their phones or belongings and all of that stuff. And essentially, they won't lose their jobs. What they would lose is just their account on Uber, and what they would do is bump into Bolt or other platforms. Young thought. So that leaves room for a lot of error, basically, and it leaves the customers vulnerable towards the end, because, for instance, like you brought up the example of what if they get kidnapped or stuff like that. There's no way a policeman, for example, can open a case and then seal it just like that, because first of all, they need to check the person, even though the company might have certain particulars of that driver, but still, the case will take time because of you might get that this person is not a South African national. Even if he is, tracking him is a problem because he might have blocked that account, wada wada wada. You know, there's a lot of complication, but if the system would solidify by employing drivers under Uber, that would minimize such risks. That's my take on it.
Okay. All right. What about Humphrey?
Yes,
What do you think?
Please repeat the question.
Okay, I'm asking if Uber should directly employ drivers or they continue the way they are doing, whereby they just get a commission, a certain percentage from Uber rides.
I think that Uber should employ drivers because I feel like that's safer, so that they can keep track on what's going on or what happened to their employee, which they employed. It will be easier for them to resolve even issues with the drivers, because they will know what happened to the setting driver and how to resolve it or refund them, instead of them having to pay for the groceries that they were delivering. But Uber has to take responsibility of that.
Okay. All right. So I just love this debate because these are the things that we are coming across a lot. People debating, considering crime, considering even the attacks that Uber drivers are getting from the meter taxi drivers. You know that there used to be violence, right, between the meter taxi drivers and Uber drivers. Do you know that, guys?
Yes, I think they still do even now.
So it becomes very tricky. The same thing would apply, the concept of a platform being considered as an intermediary or on its own just being an enabler. Okay. But anyway, that's what I wanted us to discuss this morning. Then now we are heading back to the business for the day. So we are going to do lesson 23, which is lesson number 5 for the week. Remember every week we have got 6 lessons. So we do 2 lessons whenever we meet, because we meet 3 times. So now we are looking at that 5th lesson, which is lesson 23, and we'll be discussing revenue. So how do you generate alternative revenue? How do you forecast your revenue? As you know, nowadays, most influential people, most celebrities, we actually know them for their primary ways of generating money. So if it's Casper Nyovest, or if it's black coffee, or whoever that you know is a celebrity. We know that their fame or their revenue is based on what they do, which is producing music or acting, right? But all of a sudden, because their acting or their production of music has made them so popular to an extent of having huge followership on their social media platform or huge visitors on their websites, they are now generating another form of revenue through the number of people who follow them or the number of visitors who come to their websites. So they are actually making money from media ownership. Remember, if you own a platform that's owned media, which is one of the types of digital media. Are you aware of that, guys, that most people are now generating a revenue because of their followership, then their advertisements that are being placed on their platforms and stuff like that? Are you aware of that, guys?
Yes, sir.
So apart from what you do for a living, you can also forecast a revenue based on the way you engage with your audience on your platforms. If, for example, a soccer star, I think Cristiano Ronaldo has the most followers on Instagram than any other soccer professional out there, unless if he has been overtaken by someone. But last time I checked, he had about 70 million followers, if I remember very well. So apart from earning money from being on the field, playing matches in Saudi Arabia, in the Middle East, he can also forecast some sort of revenue on his digital platforms, because marketers come to those platforms and promote their brands. This is why we are discussing this, because it is related to digital marketing. But before we discuss and unpack this further, I'd like one of you guys to give us an overview of what we have done so far this week, starting on Tuesday and yesterday. I just want guys to refresh your memory so that you can be on track of things. I'm not testing your intelligence here. I just want you guys to have that memory, capability.
So say what I recall is first of all, competitor benchmarking, like I said in the previous class, getting to know other competitors' layouts on their website. For example, we looked at Shein and other shopping online shopping platforms. What is their unique selling point, their USP? And another thing was, okay, the recent thing that I recall is the canvas model, and how it is used. We also one thing that I also learned, that you can also use it not just on a new startup digital platform, but you can use it on any kind of business. What else? The rules of competition, and which are bargaining power of buyers, the bargaining power of suppliers, and all of that stuff. Oh yeah, intermediaries as well. knowing the different kinds of intermediary, different kinds of intermediaries, which are disintermediaries, and what's this other one? Re-intermediaries. Yeah, that's what I recall. Of course, I didn't get into the details because I'm just trying to summarize what we've went through this past week.
Okay, that's perfect. So you'd realize, guys, that the reason why I'm asking you to just provide a recap, you realize that we have actually done a lot. We do lots of stuff every week, you know. If you have a look at the things that you are doing, guys, it is a lot. You guys should be learned at this point in time because there are lots of things that we are doing. As you can see, we discussed competitor benchmarking, we looked at intermediaries, we discussed the canvas model. So already these things can help contribute to the field of digital marketing if you're to be employed as a digital marketing manager, you know, today. And we also did some applications. So we didn't just discuss these things in theory. We also did some application. We looked at case studies. We looked at Boston Media House, its capabilities. We looked at Sheen. We looked at Wish, you know, so that you guys can be able to apply these concepts in a given scenario. So today we are going to look at forecasting revenue. And at the end of this lesson, you should be able to understand the alternative perspectives on business models. As I said earlier, you know, if you look at celebrities, for example, their business model, like how they do business, is based on their talent, for example. So the only business model for Cristiano Ronaldo is to play soccer, okay? The only business model for Black Coffee is to DJ. That's what they are traditionally known for. To an extent that if Cristiano Ronaldo break his legs, it would be difficult for him to be known for soccer, okay? If Black Coffee, you know, break his arms, it would be quite tricky for him to continue DJing. So these are the traditional perspectives that they've always had on how they generate revenue. But what are the alternatives? What are the other ways of making money as a business? If you are known for selling toiletries, or if you are known as Boston Media House for providing higher education, what other ways can you be able to generate income? So this is the role of digital marketing, by the way, because whatever other ways you're going to be focusing on, those ways have to be promoted and those ways have to be managed. And that's where digital marketing fits in. So we are going to look at digital publisher and intermediary revenue models. So these are the key terms that we are going to be coming across as this session progresses. You are going to look at online business model. We are going to look at revenue models. We are going to look at cost per click, which is generally known as CPC. We are going to look at cost per acquisition, and we are going to, you know, come across digital rights management. So as you look at this screen, which terms or which concepts here do you feel like they are very new to you?
Cost per acquisition, digital rights management.
Okay, all right, Humphrey. Nkamo, you know all of them.
Yeah,
You've come across all of them.
No, sir. Isn't CPC the same as pay per click?
Isn't CPCB same as what?
PPC.
PPC.
Hmm.
Yeah, to some extent it is. It's only differentiated by the costs, but we are going to discuss that.
Okay, and
To
the
some
other one,
extent. Mhm.
and the other ones, like Humphrey said, cost per acquisition and digital rights management. That's the terms that I'm new.
All right. As you can see, the definitions are already there, but I'm going to make sure that you also get access to this content. No one reminded me in the WhatsApp group yesterday. All right. Here we have got a class activity. Select a suitable revenue model for an online kids toy shop and discuss how you'd forecast revenue for the online shop. Remember yesterday, when we were looking at the canvas model, we applied the canvas model for a kids toy shop. Do you remember that, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So now, since that toy shop company would only make money from selling toys, what other ways can they consider to make money other than selling toys?
Affiliation marketing.
Okay. Can you discuss how they would use it?
Oh, okay. Maybe by sending direct messages to their long-term customers, and that direct marketing, maybe via email marketing, can influence them to use a certain link that they will share to their audience, that customer's audience, so that whenever they use it, not only that customer will get certain revenue, but also the company will also get a commission from that affiliation program.
Okay, I do get the sense of what you are saying, though it seems to be very, very, very complicated. So this is how I'd put it. You mentioned that they would have a long-term relationship with their customers, meaning that they've got a database of their customers, right? Let's say they've got email addresses of their customers. So they can have a newsletter that goes out maybe monthly or weekly. And on that newsletter, they can put adverts from other companies. So when that newsletter is sent out, you receive, a commission because you've put content from your affiliates. I don't know if I'm making any sense.
Yes, you are, sir.
So they can actually utilize their platform by letting other brands advertise there. Okay, so if they've got a website, they can place adverts from other brands. For example, Huggies, the one for nappies. Remember, this is an online shop for a company that sells toys. So it means most people come there are parents. So parents can be exposed to other things that kids use that are not necessarily toys, such as nappies, such as, what else, guys? So you can have a partnership with Huggies. You can have a partnership with Vaseline for babies or Johnson and Johnson. You can have all these brands that provide things for kids, even though those things are not toys. So they can come and advertise on your platform, and you are sort of like letting them rent space on your platform. Does it make sense, people?
Yes, sir.
So they can also use Google AdSense, which is the pay-per-click that we came across when we were looking at the key terms at the beginning. So whenever someone clicks on that link, and let's say they actually go to buy. So cost per click is the one that when you click on a link, you can get paid for clicking. But remember, the customer journey doesn't end there. If an audience or an internet user clicks on that banner, they proceed and go to buy what was being advertised on the link. You can also get a commission based on that. Remember, some will just view, that's an impression. Some would click, that's a pay-per-click. And some would actually go and buy what they've clicked. That will be cost per acquisition, because they've acquired the product. Because not everyone is going to buy the product that is being advertised. Are we together, guys?
Yes.
So digital marketers are actually being so demanding that they do not just want to have, when it comes to digital analytics, they do not just want to have the impressions. They also want to know the number of clicks from that campaign, from that activity. And on top of that, they also want to know how many customers were converted, how many users were converted into customers as a result of that. And it can be tricky because from a single banner, you can actually have no one who actually went to purchase that thing, or you can have clicks, and sometimes you cannot have clicks. So that's how it becomes tricky. But one way or the other, you can generate income, you know, from commercializing your platforms. So that's what most popular figures are doing. They are generating figures from their platforms. They are generating revenue from their platforms. So these are the alternative perspectives on business models. We look at the marketplace position perspective, we look at the revenue model perspective, and we also look at the commercial arrangement perspective. So the fact that you have got a platform that has got many users, it doesn't mean that you can let anyone come to advertise on that platform because you want money. That's not how it works. You can also have some policies or measures in place to make sure that your platform is actually advertising the content that are in line with what you do. So, for example, with that shop that sells toy stuff, they would prefer brands that are related to kids. You know, you cannot have something else like soccer, sports betting on a kids platform. Betting itself is not for people who are under the age of 18. So you cannot have stuff that are for people that are under the age of 18, even if the parents who are coming to that are above the age of 18. You cannot have content, for example, that is content that is immoral, like that is ethically questionable, such as nudity, you know, such as pornography and stuff like that. Okay, so I just want to quickly show you guys something that I work with. Let me share the screen. Where do I share the screen? I'm going to share this screen and show you guys so that you can have an idea. Can you see my screen yet?
No, sir.
Should be coming in. Can you see it
Yeah, we
now?
hear you.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So as I told you guys, I work at Business Brief, and it is the largest paid for business management magazine in South Africa. So the magazine, the Business Brief magazine, has got a website that we call B Brief, short for Business Brief. So this is our website. And our main business model is to publish content. So every day online, we post these articles. I did these articles, okay? We post these articles every day, and we have got our readers. We've got a specific niche of people who come to read this content. But just letting people come and read is not enough. So what happens? We have got Google AdSense. Google AdSense place their adverts on our platform. As you can see, there's this advert here at the top that is saying in-house recruitment division. Can you see that?
Sure.
It was placed by Google. Okay, that's why you've got these things here that are X and stuff. Shows that they were placed by Google. So the way we make money, if someone clicks on this advert, if already we are going to get paid because I opened it on my screen, it means that I've viewed it. But that's not enough. I need to click it on it as a user, right? So if I click on it, I don't know why it's not clickable. All right, yeah, here. If I click on it, as you can see, it takes me to the page of that advert, okay? And this is a recruitment advert. Takes me to the page of that advert. And as it loads, you can see the URL link there. It is personalized, showing that a user, a specific user, has clicked on it. So it has recorded from their side that someone has clicked on this link, okay? So if I get here, a click has been recorded and you are going to be paid based on that click, okay? But if I continue to do business with them, as I scroll down here, let's say, I click on contact, all right? Then I contact them and I engage with them. It is going to show the entrant route that this person got hold of us through a business website. So that becomes a cost per acquisition, because they got a Business Brief user who ended up being, who was acquired, who was converted, who ended up being a Greenstone immigration customer. Can you see that, guys? So that's how you would generate money. So I'm going back to the website. And then it doesn't end there where there is Google adverts. You can also directly place adverts there because you are utilizing the spaces that are on the website here. You want to make money from the spaces instead of just leaving these spaces blank. You are generating alternative revenue from those places. For example, we placed these adverts is from a company called Cispro, okay? So they are paying for this space. From January to December, they've rented this space. So people, whether people they click or not, will still get paid for that. Then we also have some adverts. Sorry, I've got an ad blocker on my website. I just need to pause on this side so that, because it has blocked some adverts here. So I have to reload the page again. And I hope the ad blocker has stopped blocking on this page. So that's how you do it, literally. That's how you generate income, from using your platforms. I know even if you've got a YouTube account, even if you've got, a Facebook account, depending on the number of followers that you have, you can, or here the ads are back again. You can generate money from them. So you can have a specific rate and then you generate content from them. So how do you know that you are generating this content? You have got a platform here. I don't know if it's going to work because this is my personal computer, so I do not have most of the passwords. Let me see if it's going to work. Let me just say AdSense. So we use AdSense as a platform to manage adverts on our link. So this is what is called Google AdSense. So you link it with your website. At the end of you then start earning money using that website. As you can see there, you can go and have a look and read on that one, guys. That is going to be helpful. Let me see when I sign in if it can't. So it's because this is my personal Google account. I need to use the Google for the business. So remind me, guys, when we've got online lessons from on Monday, on Tuesday or Thursday, I can be able to show you guys that. But let me log in. Let me go to the back end of the website where I do these adverts and where I control, because I'm also an administrator on this website. So let me quickly do so that I can show you all the other metrics that I used. You are very lucky because you've got a lecturer, not that I'm bragging, but you've got a lecturer who is teaching you stuff from a textbook, but is also teaching you the stuff that you are going to come across in the industry, because I'm both in the academics and in the industry at the same time. So at least I can give you guys the taste of the medicine that we are getting from the textbook. Isn't that good?
So is this entry level stuff for junior position? Is this entry level the work that you're doing, that you're showing us now, is it entry level type of work for people who are new to the digital marketing space, or you have to work your way up in order for you to be an admin for a website, for example?
Okay, so these things I've self-taught myself because it is only the two of us working. So I do play along when I go to the textbook. The moment I'm teaching you guys, I also have some resources to do it. So it's entry-level stuff. I'm not qualified to do this, but there are some training that I paid for that you can go through. You have got, for example, website management guys who have got qualification to do this. But these things, for me, it is self-taught. So it's entry-level stuff, and most of the stuff, I do not know them. I go through manuals. I try to teach myself because it is the stuff that I'm coming across, the theory, and I just play around it. So it is entry-level stuff. Nkamo.
Okay, noted.
So you see, this is the website. This is the back end of the website. A website has got what you call a back end and a front end. I don't know if you guys have come across that. So the back end is only for people who manage that website, where we post content, as you can see, posts, where we add images, as you can see, media, where we manage pages and so on. But that's not the thing for today. Today, I just want to show you guys how you manage content. Let me just leave this. I'm going to do it when I go to work this morning. So as you can see, I've got key metrics there. You've got traffic. Can you see that? You have content,
Yes,
and
sir.
you can also measure the speed of your website, and you can monetize your website. So that's what you are looking at. How do you monetize your website? Generating the alternative way of getting revenue. So here is just the channel. You can actually know who is How are people coming across you? There's organic search, there's direct. We are going to talk about that when we do SEO. That's not what I want to focus on at the moment. I'm just trying to scroll down. I don't know why my computer is freezing here.
So is the Microsoft thingy continuing even today?
As in crashing?
Yes, because we're still struggling to even connect to this chart, for example.
Yeah, I think so, but I'm just glad that we can talk because Microsoft Team is Microsoft. But last night, I also struggled with my class. So since there are elections in America and elsewhere, I think we are going to have things like these affecting us, you know. All right, as I'm waiting for the page to load. As you know, Microsoft is having a huge thing. So as you can see, that it gives you a source AdSense. Can you see that?
Yes, sir.
So this is how we have been generating income. You can see here, we generated 2 rand, 3 rand. I don't know if you can see that, you know, but I wish I could show you guys a detailed report because we do get some notable income from this. Remember, this is for the last 7 days, I think. 88 rands and stuff like that, 15K impressions. If I do this, I look at the date range, you can actually see how much you made in the past. You know, it is not some significant amount because we target professionals. But if you guys go to the website right now, you know, let's go back to the website. If you guys go back to bbrief.co.za, you go and click that. Trust me, I'm going to earn some few coins based on that. And it only records once. So if you go to the website, you click on all the banners at once, that session, that's it. If you go back and click again, it won't record it because, you know, it has read your IP address of that device. So you can't keep clicking on the same thing over and over, hoping that, you know, you are going to get more money, because sometimes publishers, what they do, they just keep clicking and clicking and clicking, hoping that they can get more money. It doesn't work like that. It will just record the first clicks. Okay. So for example,
sir,
I clicked this before, right? The one that says in-house recruitment division. If I click it again now, it's not going to record it. The money differs with people who are coming to the site. For example, you guys have never been to our site using your devices. So if you click right now, the money that I'm going to go to get is going to be more because you are a unique user. You did not use it before. So the money is different, you know, it's determined whether you are a unique user or you are a regular visitor. Yes, I disturbed someone. Someone was saying something there. Gamo?
So you were talking about IP addresses. So does it refresh after 24 hours?
Do you have to refresh after 24 hours?
No, I'm asking for you for a person to have at least. I get you saying if I open to your website and then I try to open again, it will only count as once because it has already recorded my IP address. So now,
yes,
for me, for the platform to record my IP address twice, it needs to wait for at least another day, 24 hours or something like that.
No, remember your IP address it remains the same on that on that device. It remains the same. Here I'm talking about clicking on the same advert. So if you click on other adverts, for example, let's say there was a Coca-Cola advert, you clicked on that advert, right? It will record that first click, okay? If you click that same advert multiple times, it's not going to read it. But if another advert appears, let's say now it's a Fanta advert, it's also going to record the first click.
So if I want to click that ad again, that IP address has already been recorded. That's what you're saying, okay?
Yes.
So for that ad to count the next click from that very same IP address, that means that IP address needs to be read in the next 24 hours for it to count.
I don't know about 24 hours. I just know that the IP address remains the same. So if the campaign is also the same on the website, it's only going to record the first click. Even if you click it tomorrow, as long as the campaign is still the same and the IP address is still the same, it won't count. But if the creatives on the campaign changes, it is going to count.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Noted.
but remember, I'm also an entry-level person. That's what I've read on. I don't have much information on these things because I'm not an expert.
Okay, cool, sir.
So, as a digital publisher,
So I have a question. You, based on your website, you guys generally come up with the content that is in there.
Yes.
And do the rest. So when do you get the time to do such research? Every day?
No. So we receive content. So there are people in the industry who send us PR articles. So there are people who send us the content. We edit the content. We look at the content and see if it is suitable for our audience. We go through, we proofread it, we edit the images, and then we publish it. So that's what I do on a daily basis. And there's a lot of research being involved, of course. You can't just publish anything that has been written by anyone.
Okay, cool. Noted.
So that's what I do, basically. So today, after this class, I'm going to go there. I'm going to check on my emails. And there's content that I receive from people that we have developed a relationship with. I post articles for next week because these articles were posted before. We just queue them on the background, schedule them, that this article is going to go out tomorrow at 8:15. And if it's 8:15, then it's going to be released. So I will go there, upload some articles, put some nice images there. The editor approves it. Then next week is going to be published.
Noted.
Okay. It's amazing stuff, but sometimes it's very difficult, truly speaking. You've got difficult articles. For example, if it's from an engineer, the the jargon is so deep. You have to make sure that it is a language that your readers can understand. It's the simple language and stuff like that. Anyway, when you're looking at digital publisher sites and alternative revenue, you can generate revenue from cost per mile or 1,000, cost per click, sponsorship site section. Let me quickly show you this, guys. We also have a sponsorship site section where you generate content. When you generate money from the content that people are having on your site. I'm trying to go there now. I don't know why this PC of mine is just froze. Shame, guys. I wish I could show you sponsorship sites. Yes, here we go. Stop sharing. Then let's go there. Come on. Okay, we go back to the slides. Okay, can you guys see my screen?
Not yet, sir.
All right, let's see, it should appear in a second. And now?
Still loading. Yeah, there we go.
All right. So as you can see, this is the content that we produce, right? And if you go to articles here, we have got some section of the content that we produce. We've got some sections, we've got we've got assets and investments, we've got banking and insurance. We also do book reviews, we also do education and training. These are the sections that we have. However, when you scroll down on the homepage, and you guys can also do the same, you can go to the website if you want. If you scroll down, as you can see, this is articles. So these articles are not paid for. We publish them ourselves. However, here, just after the article section, we have got what we call the sponsored section. Can you see that?
Yes, so what makes it different from the ones that you guys have published?
Okay, so this sponsored section, for example, if you open this one from Nedbank, we receive content as it is and we do not edit anything. We do not have any editorial control over this content because they've paid for it. So Nedbank paid for this content. That's why it is called sponsored content. There's a tag there in red that is written sponsored. It has been paid for. So that's the only difference. So for this article to be here, they give us 6,500 rands, excluding VAT.
And that's just one article.
Yes, that's just one article.
Ooh.
If they want to make changes on this article, we charge them an extra 400 rands. Okay? So that's how we are making alternative income. Even the image, they are the one who supplied this image. We do not edit the image. Everything here, we don't edit anything. You know, we just do what they tell us. So here, they are paying us for using our platform and being connected to our readers, okay? So this is the sponsored article. So you ask for the difference. Let's go to the homepage again. I'll show you the difference. Let's go to a normal article now. Like this one that is appearing at the top. I don't understand why my laptop is taking so long.
You need to do a checkup, sir, on your PC.
Yeah, but anyway, it's order. In about June, I'm going to. So let's click on this article. I want to get a new one. Anyway, it's overloaded with content, this one. All right, this is a normal article that we do, right? This one.
Sure.
So this image was decided by us. It didn't come from the content that we received. Okay?
Okay.
We put this image based on how we understood the article, right? And we put this article, some of the content we edit it so that it's appropriate for our readers. Then at the bottom, there's the author. Remember here at the top, there's this name here, by Zelda Else. Can you see that?
Sure.
This is the person who wrote this article, okay? And this person is from an organization called Sandton. It's an insurance company. Do you see that?
Yes, sir.
So the advantage, so this is mutually beneficial. We are publishing this article so that our readers get business management information, but also Sandton is getting exposure. It's getting publicity by using our platform. So we are not paying them and they are not paying us. It's just publicity. But we have control over their content because we can change the stuff. we can edit. This image didn't come this way. It had some background. We edited this image. But if sometimes say that, you know what, we do not want you to have control over our content, you are going to pay for this stuff, then we are going to advertise it as it is. Because if there are things here, for example, and you see that Sandton is selling, we will remove it, okay? I'll give you an example of the things that I removed yesterday because I did this article yesterday. There's something that I removed here.
Wait, so say if an article promotes something that needs to be sold, that
Yes.
clearly needs to be categorized as sponsored articles.
Yes, or we remove it if they are not paying for it.
Okay.
Like here,
Okay.
you see, it says our aim for the future is to reach the international insurance level. Can you see that statement?
Yeah, basically they want to reach an audience, a particular
But
audience.
that's not how we received it. They said sometimes aim, like they're now selling. That's selling to say they want to be better than other insurance, than their community, stuff like that. So we didn't want it to appear that way, because if they are selling, they need to pay us. So I removed the name Sandton here and put our. So I edited this. Anything that was promoting the business, I removed it because that's not our editorial policy. Our editorial policy is that we are publishing thought leadership content. Okay.
Oh, that's a lot of work, sir.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a lot. Trust me, because public relations, you know, what they do is to offer publicity, but all of a sudden they start selling on their articles, and we actually tell them that this article is selling lots of stuff. So we wish we could make it sponsored so that you guys pay us. So if they say that they do not have the budget, they'll be like, okay, we are going to remove this content. We still publish the article, but we'll remove anything that is promoting a business or its products.
So, sir, do you guys allow articles? Let's say you publish them for free. Do you allow them to have? Do you allow them to have hyperlinks or HTML links, maybe towards the end or in the middle of that article, for them to click through to go to their original website, like Sanlam, for instance?
So since there is fake news, we try by all means to show our readers that this is not fake. This is from a legitimate company. We'll go back there. We are back on the website. See at the bottom here. We are the one who put, can you see, this is hyperlinked. Can you see that?
Oh, yeah. Okay, I didn't
You
mind
click
that. Okay.
here, it will take you to a Sandton homepage. So now you are on the Sandton homepage. Can you see that?
Sure. And you guys are getting the bag from just clicking that. Okay, sure. Okay.
So here we have got also an email address for this author to show that it is authentic. So it has got a mail me, you know, to show that what we put there, it actually came from a real person, not from a bot, because there are so many fake stuff online. So we also try to show people that sense of originality, that this content that you are publishing is original. You need to make sure that you check the links, because the links can be hijacked. All of a sudden, you are clicking on a link and it takes you to OnlyFans or to Pornhub. What do you do? That's reputational damage. You get what I mean?
Sure, sir.
So all the links that companies provide, we click on them, we check them thoroughly. We use other devices to check whether those links go to what it's intended for or not. So as you said, it is actually some work, eh? But sometimes you generate a routine and it becomes something that you can do. But it's not easy.
But judging by the looks of it, and after you telling us the amount that sponsored articles pay for a placement on your website, just gives me chills on. Now I want to open a website immediately. Just
yeah, that's someone's salary. And sometimes per month you can get even 10 articles. Imagine if you get 10 articles per month is 6.5. 6.5 times 10, that's 65,000.
Yes, yes. Okay, okay, okay.
But yes, you need to have a network of clients, of course. It's not easy to get advertisement, as you know. But remember, this is just a website. We have got a magazine. A sponsored article on a magazine on a full page is 58,000.
What?
Yes. So if you guys have got, if you have got time, you go to our website, you go on a tab that says advertise. Because now, guys, you are really wasting my time, honestly. I know these things are very interesting, but we end up spending the whole day here instead of doing the stuff that we are meant to do. So if you go back here, right? I don't know if you can see the screen, because we still have another lesson to do, guys. If you go, you come here, please, on your own time, you can go to the website and check. Here, where it says advertise, can you see that?
Yes, sir.
You click there.
On the...
You click there. These are some of the deals that you are having. You scroll down on advertise, scroll down. Where it says regular advertising, you scroll down. You see where it says red card.
Sure.
This is where our costs are. So there's a red card for business magazine, the actual magazine that we produce for the website, which is this actual website that I showed you guys. Then for the newsletter, we've got a newsletter that goes every Tuesday. So I clicked on this link. I clicked here, and it opened a new table here. It opened here, and it's loading. I just want you to. This is information that is available on the site, guys, because we want advertisers to have access to this. So you can also have access to this information. It's loading. I hope it won't take much longer to load. So that, as you can see there.
Oh. Full page 58.
Can you see it? Is it opened on your side?
Yeah, it has. Double page spread is 110. Right. Yeah.
As you can see, it's not fake. At the top, the word says contact us. Can you see my details are there? Can you see that?
Yeah, definitely. I can see your numbers there.
So it's not something that is fake. So yeah.
I say I want to open a...
So let's scroll down. There where it says sponsored content. Can you see that? My mouse is there on the screen.
Yeah.
That's why I mentioned the 6,500 rands. Can you see?
Wait. Oh yeah, I see it. 6,500. Yeah. And it differs per page.
Yes, like the insertion. So can you see we've got social media promotion as well? So if you want us to promote your business on our Facebook page, you pay 2,500. So for you just to appear on our Facebook page, that's the amount. Of course, there are also other pages like LinkedIn and stuff like that. Okay, guys, that's how, the reason why this is relevant to digital marketing, because that's how you generate alternative revenue. Remember, that's what we are discussing here. And it's unfortunate that others are not in class. They could have benefited from this.
Sure. Okay.
All right, so we spoke about sponsorship. We also have subscription. Can you see subscription there? Access to content or services. We can even go there. I wish this lesson was double. Let's go back there. Let me show you something, guys. I want to show you something quickly before we run out of time, because we've got another lesson that we need to do. Share. We go back to the website. We're on the website now. So we also make money through subscription. How do we do that? Here you go to the magazine. So this other content on the website is free, right? The other content on the website is free. But if you want to have access to the magazine, you go to the magazine, then you say subscribe. I don't know if you can see where I am at the moment.
We can, sir.
You click on subscribe. Then this is the subscription. So it means that if you want to have 2 months access, which is 1 edition, you pay 48 Rand. If it's 6 edition, 230 and 432. Okay. The prices are there. Then you click on the subscribe button. It will take you to a payment gateway. So you select here, you say add to basket if you want to 6 edition. This is for the magazine only. So it means the content on the website is free, but if you want to access the magazine now, you have to pay. So you click on view basket.
But is the content the same with the one on the website, or is it exclusive?
Not really. It's to some extent the one on the magazine. It's rich.
Okay.
Then and here you say proceed to checkout. Then you go and make a payment. So that's how we do subscriptions. Okay, as you can see, it now took me to checkout. So this is also an e-commerce website because you can also transact on this website. Okay. You can transact, and I can actually see on the back end who purchased this and who did that. I do have control over that. Please remind me in class, I'm going to show you, just that I don't have time, but yes, even if a payment was declined, I can also see on the back end because I'm the one who manage all this stuff.
So are you also in the works of the magazine as well, like the content placement?
No.
Okay.
In the magazine, I only deal with advertisement and proofreading. I manage the content on the website. On the magazine, it's my boss who is the director of the company.
Okay, makes sense.
So that's what you do.
I was saying, I say I'm opening a website.
But it's not easy. There are ups and downs, but yeah, you can do it. Just ask yourself why I'm not opening my own website and make money. But we can discuss that. Then we have got pay-per-view. DSTV does that. You know, you only view content that you have paid for. Okay. Then forecasting revenue for an online business, you know, you need to think of the number and size of units. For example, people do not just come to advertise on our website, Nkamo. They also need access to the number of people that we have, because so that they know that, you know, it is bringing value to their business. Okay, we have got those figures. Okay, the capacity to sell. Does the website have the capacity to sell? Ours, it does, because we have got the figures to show that this website, there are so and so visitors who are coming per day. The free levels negotiated for different advertising models, the traffic volume and visitor engagement. We can all show this. So in conclusion, revenue models describe different techniques for generation of income. For existing brands, revenue models have mainly been based upon the income for sales of products and are crucial in online trading. There may, however, be options for other methods for generating revenue. A manufacturer may be able to sell advertising space, as I showed you guys, or sell digital services that were not previously possible. So imagine if long ago you did not have a website, it was difficult to generate other ways of income. For a publisher, there are many options for generating revenue online based around advertising and fees for usage for digital services. Other brands such as price comparison sites, aggregators, social networks, and destination sites, which can also carry advertising to supplement revenue. To assess how effective different pages or sites in their portfolio are at generating revenue using these techniques, site owners will use cost per mile or cost per click. Alternatively, revenue can be calculated as an ad revenue per 1,000 site visitors. This is particularly important to affiliate marketers who make money through commission when the site visitors click through the third-party retail sites and then purchase there. So yes, Nkamo, you can be an affiliate marketer and have your only website and get commissions from that. Any questions, guys? Any
None
comments?
from my side. Nothing from my side.
But are you finding these stuffs very interesting and exciting in digital marketing?
Super, sir. Now I'm tuned in, literally.
Okay, then let's just quickly do a revision. Okay, let's quickly do a revision on lesson 24. Then we will be done for the day.
Oh. So we haven't done 24 months.